So this next guy coming up is phenomenal. I was doing my trip throughout the U.S. and just before I actually started my big trek, I'd arrived in the States, but just before I got the RV and started doing this trip, I went to Portland, Oregon, because I had a friend there named Joe, and we're hanging out. And he goes, "Oh, you got to meet my wing and friend, Detail." And I met him. We just started talking, and we were up till like 4 o'clock in the morning, our first night, just talking. And this guy has such an understanding of women, or females, as he likes to call them, that it's kind of uncanny. And he basically was that guy he was such a nice guy. He had so many female friends in his life that he was getting nowhere with, but they actually would behave around him like he was their girlfriend. So he literally was one of the girls, okay? But he spent so much time with girls that he figured out all the shit they do and what they really, like he knows stuff about women that like nobody I've ever met in my life understands. So all those frustrations we get, like, I don't get it, like why would she do that? Or why all that stuff that they do that's incongruent that drives us crazy, he knows this better than anybody. So he's gonna shed a light today for us about female psychology and all the wonders and mysteries of the ladies. So you're gonna be blown away, everyone always is. So it's my pleasure to bring him out here for you guys. And he's actually, we'll be, working together a lot on boot camps and stuff. So, yes. So, without further ado, go fucking crazy for Detail!
Sasha did mention that I've spent a ton of time befriending females, but the true objective why I was doing that was that I wanted to learn about these really attractive females and what was going on behind the scenes. What were they thinking? What were they doing? What were basically their thought processes. And so basically I did anything that I could to make them happy. If they needed me to do an errand for them, if they needed me to give them a ride somewhere, I'd give them a ride. And what happened over 12, 18 months, it became a relationship where it was like a brother-sister type relationship. And I did this with several different women from different socioeconomic backgrounds, different ethnicities, because I wanted to see if there's a certain, if it's just with one type of girl or if it's with all these girls. So I did this on purpose. And I started doing this about 8 years ago. Of course, after about 4 years or so, I went back to all those females that were, friends, and I ended up fucking all of them except for the ones that were, they were pregnant or they're married. But basically, so any of you guys that have ever had a female as a friend and wondered, well, can I go back and end up, having sex with her? Absolutely, that can totally be done. They'll be blown away. They'll say, whoa, your mind has totally shifted, and you're a different person. So about a week ago, Sasha asked me to do a talk on what females say but actually mean. He had an incident in San Diego. My big philosophy is women are absolutely phenomenal liars. And the reason for that, which should make sense, is on average females speak between 3,000 to 5,000 words per day, whereas men speak around 2,000 words or fewer. So ever since elementary school, women have been in groups of 3 on the playground talking about different social dynamics, whereas men were playing sports, in the library, playing video games, whatever, wall ball. And because they have such a skill level of communication, they're able to say one thing but actually totally mean something else.
So
Yes.
if she does physically back off from that, like physically backs off,
Yeah.
how do you play that moment?
Just change the subject to something else. What she's saying is, I'm not ready for that right now. Maybe she's saying, I can't do public displays of affection. But if she's still standing there, it's still on. Just reframe, go in from a different direction. Try to transition her. Say, hey, see if she'll follow you somewhere. Let's go wander over here. Do something else. Notice something about on the wall. Well, actually, I could actually point out one of the things that I'll do is if this is more of a night sort of thing, it can also be in a day venue where there's a big event and you're talking to a female. And if I see something that's going on and there's a bunch of dudes over there and maybe it's kind of interesting, I probably won't point it out to her because there's a bunch of dudes. But if I see a bunch of girls over there in a different area and there's something going on, I'll actually point that out to her, something funny that's going on, because what that will do is she will see all those females, and she'll then think to herself, damn, there's a lot of females here. She's going to analyze all those females while she's looking at that funny thing. She's going to look at their shoes. She's going to look at all this stuff. She's going to say to herself, shit, I have a lot of competition. And that's actually going to make her want to get closer to you if she's kind of pushing away. She's going to see all those females. She's going to be like, oh, shit, there's a lot of competition. Same with on the dance floor as well. If I'm dancing with a female, you know, instead I might switch to something like, hey, let's go dance. I always position the female when we're dancing so that they can see the large group of females on the dance floor. If there's a lot of dudes on the dance floor, I make sure that I see the males. I will not position her in a set where, or in a situation where she sees all these dudes, because if she sees all these dudes behind me, she's like, oh my gosh, you know, there's so many guys to choose from, whatever. But if she sees a bunch of chicks, she's going to look at those chicks, she's going to be like, holy shit, there's a lot of competition. She's going to actually embrace me even more.